I will call to order this regularly scheduled meeting of the Kingman Unified School District on January 13th, 2026 at 4:34. I appreciate everyone's patience as we transitioned from a board workshop to our regularly scheduled meeting. Thank you. Will you stand with me and recite the pledge? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Roll call: Tony Henry, Lori Grant, Susan Collins,
Boyd Hardy,
Roger Cox.
We have a quorum. Good to see everyone back after the holidays. This takes us to item number 4 on our agenda, which is a motion to proceed with an organizational meeting as a statute at the beginning of every year.
I'll move to proceed with the organizational meeting.
Second. Right word. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so we have entered into an organizational meeting, which is the election of a board president for 2026, a vice president, and to designate a day and a time for our regular governing board meetings.
I would like to nominate Tony Henry as board president.
I'll second. I will accept the nomination and the second. Any other comments?
Nope.
I think you're doing a phenomenal job.
Thank you, I appreciate your confidence. All in favor then to allow me to continue being the board president?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the election of a board vice president for 2026.
I make the motion for Lori Grant to remain in position.
I'll second that one too.
All right. Do you accept?
I do accept.
All right, all in favor for Lori to continue being our board vice president for 2026?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. And then to designate the day and time each month for our regular governing board meetings. So for at least the last 3 years, we have met on Tuesdays at 4:30. And that is so that our district administration is able to get here from their schools and yet get back for any evening events as well.
I motion to maintain the same time and day.
I second that.
Okay. All right, a motion and a second. Any other discussion or questions? Then all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So we will keep our same day and time, and it's worked well for us. So thank you guys for being expedient with that. Is there a motion then to adjourn the organizational meeting and reconvene into our regular board meeting?
I will move to adjourn the organizational meeting and return to our regular meeting. Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that brings us to item number 6. Thank you guys. Item number 6 is the call to the audience. The board will listen to any comments from the public, but will not respond except as permitted by Arizona Revised Statute 38-431.01G. The board may refer the item to the administration or request to have it placed on a future agenda. I have not received any calls to the public. All right, so we have no calls to the public. So that will take us to reports. We'll turn it over to Dr. Dorner.
President Henry, members of the board, thank you. I just wanted to give a brief update on the Arizona School Board Association meetings that I attended right prior to Christmas. There were excellent meetings. I have to say, I haven't been in a couple of years, but from prior meetings to this one, it was an excellent time talking about the superintendent's role a lot. So it was really nice to be around a lot of governing board members and other superintendents and kind of reset and revisit. I realize my job is hard. No, what our goals are as a district, what I should be doing as a superintendent, the communication that should be occurring, what we're doing well and where adjustments can happen. It was really nice to have President Henry there. We spent an entire day together so that we could talk right on the spot about what are we looking for, where are we headed. So it was a really nice event. And you'll be hearing a lot about that over coming months because like I said earlier, there was a lot of academic focus, how to set superintendent goals, what we should be looking for. and what's expected out of me, so that I'm sure to provide it the best that I can. So I appreciate the opportunity, and I don't know if you're going to do that on your board report or if you wanted to jump in.
I was just gonna say, I was grateful to be able to attend, but also there was a whole day on how boards can have a professional working relationship with the superintendent and how we take care of our administration, not being a burden to them, but supporting them, lifting up while providing the oversight. And there was a lot. Educators do not have an easy job, and so as ASBA, they were trying to remind school boards that we should be supporting you as well,
Yep.
giving an explanation as to how detailed, and you have a lot of boxes to check, but you also have a lot of love to give in nurturing our leaders of tomorrow, and so they were giving a lot of kudos. And
They were.
we
How can
do
we
appreciate
how can we support teachers, families, students, and
Yes,
what we do? So it was an excellent, above average
I agree.
day of meetings, so I'm excited to work forward on that. The other thing, I'm not going to give a lot of details, but I'm going to address it and give some dates and times on school zone. It's a buzz right now. We have a rezoning committee, and the goal of the rezoning committee is to look at basically housing trends. Where are our students living, and how far are they traveling, and where are the schools that they are closest to? Because every number of years, neighborhoods ebb and flow. The one over here near Manzanita, for example, it was very full of students once upon a time. There are not as many students in that zone now. So we've just spent quite a bit of time with Victoria Edwards, who is our guru. We want to give her a shout out. Where do our students live? In what zones do our current maps allow where do they go to school? Where are our attendance exceptions, etc.? For example, you call it Heathers, Vistabella, Kingman Crossing, for example, very near Desert Willow and White Cliffs. But at the time, to balance schools, they may have crossed, quite a ways to go to Kingman Middle or our downtown area because of numbers, past Wallapai School and went to Desert Willow. So our team has looked at where the kids are living, our transportation, and then how do we best balance the number of kids in our school, again, with the attendance exception as a part of that. So we do have school zone recommendations that we're going to make. I just want to assure everyone who might be worried about it, I promise, we're not remapping the whole city. It's going to be very similar, only there are a few neighborhoods that may be transitioned into the school that's right near them versus traveling long ways. And then that feeds the middle schools, and then the 2 middle schools will feed the high schools. So it's all a very important symbiotic system that will be sharing new zones. So the last zoning committee meeting will be next Wednesday. I've already written the draft letter that will go out to Kingman Unified employees first and the families very shortly after, explaining what the zones that are impacted, and it's not all of them. And then that letter will go out, and then we will hold a workshop, a rezoning workshop, where anybody in the community and anybody in KUSD can attend the workshop. That would be the following week, the first week of February, where everyone would have an opportunity for input. And then at the February board meeting, we'll come with our recommendations for rezoning. So that's the update on that.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes,
Would the rezoning take place for the 26-27 school year?
correct, the 26-27 school year.
And then from what you said, the number one priority was making sure that each school had kind of equal attendance, but then
As equal as possible, based on their size and capacity.
and then the second pillar of guidance was transportation.
Transportation is part of it, but it wouldn't preclude any decision we made. So while we paid attention to it, it wasn't a driving factor. We just know that it's really important to families that if they don't need to, they don't ride a bus a long time. It's not a financial necessarily implication, but it's a time on bus implication.
Thank you.
And we found in the attendance exception analysis that oftentimes if a school is closer but zoned further away, they're already in the school that's near their home. So there'll probably be not very many actual families. I don't want to put a hard number to it tonight, but some families may have an entirely different school and zone, but many of them already have asked for a zoning variance.
Any other questions?
What's the date and time of the public meeting?
It will be, and I need to confirm the location, we won't do it here, we'll do it at a school. I'm gonna check the next door's availability, but February 3rd, 5:30 to 6:30. And I'll send that, that'll be on the letter, and then we'll post it on social media, and we'll send an email in addition to the letter.
Was there something on the 27th that Nancy did? I have put something on my calendar that I thought was regarding the zonings.
January 27th?
Oh, yes, January, I'm sorry.
8th grade tours.
Okay. No, that's not what I put on there.
The parent night is, I'll give Jennifer, the 21st.
The 21st.
The 21st is the 8th grade parent night where all parents of 8th graders are invited. Okay, that's it.
Thank you very much. That will move us to item number 8, which is the approval of routine orders of business. Are there any items to be pulled for further discussion from the routine orders of business?
I don't know if it needs to be said or it needs to be pointed out or anything, but 8I, that is my brother, so I'm going to abstain from any voting decision involved on that. I don't know if it's a conflict or anything else, but I'm just going to not be involved with the voting of that. And I also have a question. Why are we doing something for the 25-26 year when it's already 25 over? Why wouldn't they spend on the first month?
So I can speak for Director Trujillo, she's not here. At any given time, if we find maybe caseloads are high at a school or staff members, adjustments have been made, they'll ask to retrain maybe some new teachers who can sit in as the LEA for a school, and they can't do it until it's been approved by the board. So it was more than likely brought up because they needed some support.
Adding extra people.
Boyd, would you like us to remove item I so we can vote on the regular order of
I would
items?
like that, yes.
Okay, so we will approve items A through H as a routine orders of business. Is there a motion then to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
For a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so then we will take on item number I to approve the district representatives Ryan Hardy and Jennifer Coggins, who will participate in special education individual education plans for the 25-26 school year. Is there a motion then to accept item number I?
I move to approve. I second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
And Mr. Hardy would abstain for
Abstain.
the record.
I'd like to know where item number I is, I'm sorry, I don't see it.
It is on the third page.
Okay.
Right at the top, you'll see F, G, H, and I.
Oh, okay. I see I. do that. I mean, I'm assuming they have experience and training in that area.
That is correct. In order to be brought to the board, they had to have had some training.
Okay.
All right, and we will move on to item number 9 to approve new course for the CTE program at the high school level, Construction Technology 1.
Yes, very excited to share some information about these new courses. I would like to give you a little bit of background first. The Construction Technology program prepares students to apply technical knowledge and skills to residential and commercial building construction and remodeling. So the Construction Technologies program includes instruction in construction equipment and safety, site preparation and layout, construction estimating, blueprinting, building codes, framing, masonry, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, electrical and mechanical systems, interior and exterior finishing, and plumbing. So it covers a wide range of trades in the construction area. And just to give you a little background as to how we got here, skills in the area of construction technologies are in the highest demand across Arizona and in Mojave County. According to Arizona at Work, 3 of the 5 top in-demand careers in Mojave and La Paz County are in the area of construction technology. This includes carpenters, cement masons, concrete finishers, and construction laborers. Also, according to a recent article in USA Today, blue-collar work is experiencing a resurgence. 40% of Generation Z are choosing trade work over traditional college pathways. These jobs offer strong salaries, growth potential, and are often more resistant to automation and AI. Adding a construction technologies program that exposes students to a variety of career pathways such as general contracting, HVAC, plumbing, electrical, finishing work, and other areas will help prepare our students for these post-secondary education and immediate employment opportunities. Lee Williams plans to renovate the SSE storage area, which is located behind the stagecraft classroom there, and make it into a construction technologies lab. The current location already is temperature controlled, so it has heating and AC, also has water, electricity, those kinds of things. There is some work that needs to be done to make it more like a classroom. Luckily, WAVE has approved a $100,000 special project allocation to be used for that renovation and to buy special equipment for that program. So I know funding is always an issue, and so just knowing that that money has already been approved and it is a special allocation just for either new CTE programs or current CTE programs that need additional things. So, and then as far as the teaching position, that also would be funded through WAVE. We've checked to make sure that that funding is available, and we would start with just 1 or 2 sections. So this teaching position would be a part-time position to start with, and then hopefully the program grows and we would have more students in there. So we are asking for approval of Construction Technology 1 and Construction Technology 2. They're both year-long courses, and in order to be a program completer for construction technology, you would need to take both classes. Are there any questions?
Yes. So I know when this was brought up originally, there was a concern of the need of having someone with like a general contracting background so that they could oversee all of the subsections of construction. And so do you know if we're gonna find an instructor that has either already proposed a little bit of interest, or are we gonna be able to use like outside resources, or?
So we shared the same concern, like how are we going to get someone with this wealth of knowledge to teach at a teacher salary? But luckily we already have 3 serious candidates, so that's exciting. We're hopeful that we find someone that's highly qualified, and they may not, know every single one of these trades, but the great thing about CTE is you can, partner up with our community, have people come in, be a guest speaker, they can do job shadowing, we can do field trips. So we'll be relying on people in the industry to help bring that knowledge into the classroom.
Do we know if the $100,000 support from WAVE is going to be enough to finance the renovations needed for that classroom to be successful?
Our hope is that whomever we hire for this position can be a part of building the classroom and selecting the equipment that's needed. We do have carryover money from WAVE that can be used if we go over the $100,000.
Thank you. That was all
So would Construction Technology 1 be phased in the first year and then
Yes.
2 the second year?
Yes.
And so would that be like 1 or 2 hours a day for each of the students participate in a class?
Right, yeah, since the high schools are on a block schedule, the nice thing, if we have someone, say, who's working a full-time job already and they just want to teach 1 or 2 sections, we have a little bit of flexibility. Since the high school's on a block schedule, they could teach a Monday, Wednesday class, or a Tuesday, Thursday. It could be in the morning or in the afternoon, so.
And would this class be at both high schools or just one?
This specifically would be at Lee Williams.
Okay, and so if somebody was going to school at KHS, then they could drive down to Lee Williams?
Yes, we have the cross-campus application that we started this year. We have that handful of kids who are doing it, and the cross-campus application is being advertised during registration over the next month so that students know that that possibility is there. At this time, they do still have to provide their own transportation.
Okay. And the instructor, the instructor doesn't have to have a teaching degree, right? Or do they?
For CTE, there are several, actually I think there's 5 different options as to how they can become certified. They do need to be properly certified in the area that they are teaching. And so say a teacher has like 5 years of experience in that area, they can use their experience to apply for a teaching certificate.
So would they be paid a teacher's salary for?
Yes, it would be prorated based on the number of sections that they're teaching. So they would get the prorated amount for a teacher's salary.
So, I mean, in one day, would there be like 2 sections of a technology 1 down at Lee Williams? You teach in the morning and in the afternoon or something? That'd be 2 sections, or how would that work?
It kind of depends on registration numbers as to how many students choose that as their first choice.
I see.
And then we would kind of go from there depending on the demand from the students, I think.
And what was your name?
Lindsay Woolsey, I'm the CTE coordinator.
Oh, that's right. And, okay, so is there, what kind of insurance do we have in case there's an injury to one of the students or the instructor?
We have insurance, but I always go to the higher ups for those types of questions.
Well, yeah, we would obviously cover, I mean, I know OSHA, all students in those courses are required to pass OSHA before engaging with the equipment. There's procedures and safety precautions, but obviously if there was an injury during the school day, that the trust is our provider, we would give all the information to our insurance provider, the trust, and then the determination for paying for those medical needs would be made by our insurance provider.
And this is kind of a funny question, but would there be any kind of drug screen for the kids or even the instructor? Because I know that if somebody's
No, we can't.
using cannabis, it can interfere with their response time to something falling or whatever. So
It would be on the teacher to make a formative assessment, observational data that a student is healthy and capable of running the machinery, but we can't require necessarily. I mean, I know there are some CTE programs. I feel like fire science would be an example where before they were at the city of Kingman, there are some conversations that could be had going forward, but not on a daily basis. If there was a specific event and we were working in a community, they have requirements, but we don't have those.
yeah, yeah, I appreciate your telling me that, but I guess I'm a little concerned about it because
We have woodworking at Kingman High School that's been there for decades. They're using probably less safe machinery. I don't know. I'm sure we're hearing, saws and skills and all of the machinery. And then in the theaters, they also use all of built very similar equipment that they're using. And again, they're trained. They have to pass an OSHA exam, and precautions are taken.
automotive,
same thing.
culinary with all their knives and the
Yes.
ovens.
They all have lab safety assessments that the students, they have modules like lesson plans, an entire unit on just safety before they can even get in the lab.
Yeah, that's good.
And then one of the certifications students earn is the OSHA 10, where it's literally 10 C hours of just safety in the workplace.
Okay, great. And we would certify that they've completed that before they participate in the class.
They have to complete the lab safety exams prior to using the equipment, yes.
Schools are the best place to learn.
Mm-hmm. Just one
It doesn't
question.
mean we're not also nervous.
Yes.
I just have one question. Will this be implemented next year?
That is
Will
our
they
hope
have the
that we,
building?
that we have it
Others and everything?
as an option for students for the fall.
Okay, great.
I would like to make a motion to approve the new course CTE program. Can I make a motion to approve 9 and 10? Yes, thanks.
I'll second.
All right, any other questions or discussion? All right, all in favor of approving Construction Technology 1 and Construction Technology 2 as new CTE programs?
Aye.
Any opposed?
All right, those items carry. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
your great presentation and all the extra background information.
Yeah.
Appreciate
really
that.
good.
All right, that brings us to item number 11, to approve contract with All Coffee Products for lease of district-wide coffee machines.
President Henry, members of the board. The district has leased copy machines with all copy products since 2021, and we're looking to renew our contract for another 5 years. All Copy Products did a district-wide assessment looking at our usage across all campuses and locations to recommend the best replacement machines based on that usage. We are adding additional but slightly smaller copiers at most sites, so we have redundancy if machines break down or require service. The monthly payment is slightly less by like a few $100s than the old contract, and all terms and conditions remain the same. This is a 5-year lease with maintenance plan costing $22,755 a month. It's about $273,000 per year and would be contingent on district budget and finances.
Are there any questions?
Has anybody created a copy machine that will not burn out in the first week of school?
I legit do not understand. We did a trial run with the new machines because we wanted to make sure that the smaller machines were going to work out for the schools. So brand new machines, and one of them is down and needs service, and we're like, these are brand new machines. So part of that is we wanted to go to the redundancy so that when the machines do break down, there's an additional one. They are slightly slower, but we tested them out at the high schools during a high utilization. They're like, well, they're smaller, but when we needed service, we had an extra, and so that seemed to be beneficial. So we're hopeful that this works out. Yeah.
If we wanted to change back, would we have that option over
Yes.
5 years?
We asked. We wanted to make sure that if it just is not working out having the smaller machines, can we go back to the big ones? It could change the price of the contract slightly, but he assured us that we would be able to go back to large machines.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Any other questions or comments? All in favor?
Any opposed? All right, item number 12, to approve listed donations.
I'll make a motion to approve the listed donations.
Is there a second?
Seconded.
Any comments or questions?
Thank you to everyone who's supporting our schools.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. So that takes us then to item number 13, which is a possible motion to move into executive session per ARS 38-431.03A1 to discuss requests to be released from employment by the 3 individuals.
I move that we move into executive session.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we will move into executive session. number 19, possible motion to reconvene into regular session for the actions resulting from our executive session.
I move to reconvene in the regular session.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And just as a reminder to the public, it is unlawful for the board to disclose or otherwise divulge any of the information that has been discussed in the executive session as applicable to Arizona Revised Statute 38-431.03. The board does look at each case individually and makes its decisions based off each individual case's merit.
Board President, shouldn't that be 14?
Oh, I'm sorry?
Line 14?
For the motion to reconvene into regular session.
19 is the reconvene.
We need 14 first, and then do all the actions.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're correct. Yeah, item number 14. Thank you for the correction. To reconvene into the executive session. So we did that, and then we're going to item number 15.
So for item number 15, I would like to make a motion to accept the resignation of Michelle Vallejo,
Yes.
with reporting to the Board of Education and the imposition of a fee.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 16.
Item number 16 is for Donald Chrysler. I would like to make a motion to approve the request to be released from contract without imposition of a fee or reporting to the Educational Board.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 17.
For item number 17, Russell Muncy, I would like to make a motion to accept the resignation and report the circumstances of the resignation to the Education Board with the imposition of a fee.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 18 is the possible motion to move into executive session. Is there a motion to move into executive session? There is no motion, so that will take us to item number 20, possible action on a recommendation to ratify the termination of William Robinson, bus driver, effective December 18th, 2025. Is there a motion to ratify the termination?
I would like to make a motion to ratify the termination of William Robertson, effective December 18th, 2025.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. That takes us to item number 21, to move into executive session to discuss the superintendent evaluation pursuant ARS 38-431.03A1 for discussion regarding the performance evaluation of the superintendent.
I'll make a motion to move into executive session.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we will move back into executive session. Thank you all for being here.